Okay, get a TvP. Okay, so we're gonna go for the classic.
Bad news?
I pray that you're not, to God you're not Zerg. And that's kind of a nice way of asking if I'm Zerg, right? Not Zerg. It's like leaving me the option to say if I want to, but not pressing on it. So we're gonna go for a proxy racks here to start. This is the chaos build. And then double gas as soon as you can afford it, first gas as soon as you can afford it, second gas. We're gonna rally this barracks inside his base, and this SCV is gonna go and poke at his natural and then back out. There's option to drop a bunker if he does drop a natural, which is pretty common. This build is very chaotic and very cool, very aggressive, has some transitions worked in, and it is, in my experience, fairly safe as well, so I like it a lot. So barracks finished, we start the orbital command, we started the Reaper, we can make a bunker, and when we have the money, or the gas rather, that's the gating resource, we will make a factory.
More minerals required.
So now...
Yep. What's going on? Go ahead. Bad news?
So we poked in, we know that he's expanding, or likely expanding I should say.
In the rear.
Command center upgraded.
So we could drop a bunker here, we won't. He has a salad as well. We'll pull back with this guy. And now this guy's job is gonna be to make a proxy starport. We can make it back here. Idiot Reaper needs to be a little bit quicker to the job. Looking for 2 or 3 probes with this Reaper in an ideal universe. Just go on the outskirts, right? Don't commit unless you have to.
Nothing I can't handle. All right, agreed. Gonna have me some fun. Done. Fair enough. I'm going. Oh, that's all? Oh, yeah, baby. Yes, indeed.
And we got like 5, to be honest. It looks pretty over. Reaper died at least for him, so that's something.
What's going on?
Good timing for us to drop the expansion now. So from this factory we're gonna be making a Cyclone, which is kind of like a catch-all unit on defense. And from this starport we're gonna be making Banshees with Cloak. And therefore the Chaos build, right? It's a very chaotic build, It's not easy to execute either. So, you know, gotta work in when you can drop stuff without deterring from the damage that your Reaper can do, because the Reaper has a lot of potential with the proxy. So we're just dropping the starport. We shouldn't show the SCV out on the map, especially not the direction from which it's coming, because otherwise he will know. Most common transition here will be something like Stalkers. So we open the Cyclone, we move out with the Cyclone. Cyclone's gonna be good against like Stargate transitions, and generally good in single unit combat. We can go for a 3rd CC soon. So we're gonna start Banshee, Cloak, and 3rd CC. This Cyclone doesn't need to accomplish anything, he's just there to keep us safe, make him think, and make him kind of react to it a little bit, scout a little bit as well. It's the tanks that are gonna keep us safe against Stalkers and allow us to take our expansion while we get ready for further aggression with the Banshees. This is my best TvP build by a landslide. So I got GM with Terran mostly spamming 1 build per matchup. This is my TvP build, and it's really strong, I think. So we can make the 3rd CC. Next Banshee.
Not enough.
And we want to wait for 2 Banshees to move out. From here on out, we can start transitioning to Bio. If we want to go Bio. You could go Mech, I suppose. I just don't like Mech that much against Protoss. Oh, somehow we made a mine. That's not what I wanted to do. But since we have a mine, we can put it up here. Looking perhaps for a War Person. The build time on the mine isn't too bad, so... Doubt it will kill us this time around. From here on out, we're just gonna add extra production. Get ready to start harassing with the Banshees. Right, so make sure you're shit situated before you start doing other stuff. So starting the next tank will be really nice. And now option to Raven or pull back. I like usually to pull back. We don't really have the gas for Raven anyway. Gotta sync up the Banshee shots.
Targets acquired.
And we don't reveal the cloak until we have to. He already has an observer and blink, so that's nice for him. Good react. We lost one Banshee, but the other one stays a threat out there.
Got no patience for sitting
So
around.
with these tanks, we can look to take a third relatively soon. So we're just positioning the tanks in a way where they cover each other. That's really important with tank positioning. And we're just gonna continue to pump out tanks.
Mineral cluster expended.
As we get saturated, we add extra gases. We're adding double eBay as well in the back. So
Constructed.
we have an economic transition.
SCV ready.
And just continue with the upgrades and production.
Enemy spotted.
Oh, tank was unsieged. It's still enough, I think, though. So you can see how the tanks covering each other do great. Even though we had one of our tanks unsieged and we made a Widowmine, we still hold. Because the Widowmine doesn't participate there either, right? So
Not enough.
SCV ready.
so that's a... yeah, it's a strong build.
SCV ready.
Cannot build there. Research.
Now we're just kind of in unit producing mode.
SCV.
The Banshee pulled back with the F2.
Machine gas.
So if you're a little bit better, you can keep that threat active out on the map. Make a turret here and there. A little bit careless on the tank positioning at this point. We're gonna add an armory so that we can keep up with upgrades. And maybe an extra gas for the same reason. Miscellaneous add-ons.
SCV ready. This better be good.
Mineral cluster.
Ready.
More minerals.
Our production is ramping up, so we want to start building more supply depots at a time than before.
Add
And our saturation is pretty much there, so we should really consider a fourth base, because we are at 3 base saturation already.
ins.
SCV ready.
I don't know what's up with that, Bradley. Alright, let's scout a little bit. Let's get ready to take a fourth. And let's get ready for a big move out, because our production has kicked in. The Banshees did enough. They didn't do a lot. Like, they sometimes just end the game.
Ready for duck.
The Reaper did a lot. I think we're overall pretty far ahead.
Insufficient. Additional. Not enough.
So just adding the last 2 medevacs, and we'll move out with 1-1. We'll keep 1 tank on the high ground, I guess. We know that we're not getting flanked here.
This better be good.
And if you're extra careful, you could scan. We see what we see. We see that he's positioned up here. So option to siege the tanks
Enemy attack.
Ready for duck stop.
near this ledge here. He does have Templars,
Got no patience for sitting around.
so gotta watch out for Storm for sure. And tanks are doing a great job of zoning. We can run into the natural with this.
Gangway. Coming.
I'm in deep. Look our target.
Killed all the Templar with a tank shot. That should be it. GG.